Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into the hype around one of the UK's most popular vape flavors, Triple Mango. Seriously, if you're into tropical vapes at all, you've probably seen this one absolutely everywhere, and we're about to find out why.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What is the deal with Triple Mango? Why is this specific flavor just popping up in every shop on every website? What makes it so special compared to all the other fruit options out there?
Well, when it comes to actually enjoying this flavor, you've basically got two main paths to choose from. On one side, you have the super easy grab-and-go disposable, and on the other, you've got the smarter, more economical, refillable option. Each one has its own vibe, its own pros and cons, and we're going to break it all down.
So, what is it about this flavor that has everyone so hooked? It's clearly more than just a basic mango taste. There's a real reason it's become the go-to choice for so many people.
At its core, it's the classic mango flavor we all know, but with the volume turned all the way up to 11. Think of it as mango in high definition. The triple part usually means it's blending different mango profiles, so you get that sweet, ripe, juicy flavor, but it's balanced out with the sharper, tangier notes of a greener mango. It creates this really amazing, layered experience.
And here's the real genius of why it works so well. You know how some fruity vapes taste incredible for the first few puffs, but then they just become overwhelmingly sweet? Yeah, Triple Mango avoids that trap completely. It's sweet enough to hit the spot, but it has this fantastic, refreshing tang that cuts through it so it never gets old or sickly. That's what makes it a perfect all-day vape. All right, let's talk about path number one for trying this flavor, the super popular disposable vape. If you're someone who just wants things to be as simple as possible, this is probably where you're going to start.
Brands like Lost Mary have totally nailed the disposable experience. The appeal is just dead simple, right? You literally open the box, and that's it. You're ready to vape. There's no filling, no charging, no buttons, zero hassle. They use smooth nicotine salts, and the flavor quality is honestly top-notch. It's the perfect thing to grab for a night out or if you're just dipping your toes into vaping.
But okay, what happens when you find a flavor you absolutely love? Are you just going to keep buying disposables forever? Probably not. And that's exactly where refillable systems come into the picture.
So this is where e-liquids like Hayati Pro Max's Triple Mango really shine. I mean, first off, the cost savings are huge in the long run. Plus, you're not throwing away a battery and a plastic shell every couple of days, which is way better for the environment. But the best part? You get total control. You could pick your device, tweak your nicotine strength. You get to be in the driver's seat of your whole experience.
And that leads us to the big question, doesn't it? We've seen the two main options, the easy-peasy disposable and the smart, customizable refillable. How on earth do you decide which one is actually right for you? Honestly, it just boils down to what you value most. If your number one priority is convenience, you want zero maintenance, something you can just throw in your pocket for a trip or a festival, then disposables are a no-brainer. But if you're playing the long game and thinking about your wallet, the planet, and getting that experience dialed in perfectly, then refillables are the clear winner.
But here's a little secret, a pro tip if you will. Most people who've been vaping for a while, they don't actually pick one or the other. They have a hybrid strategy. For their day-to-day, at-home, regular vaping, they'll use a refillable system. It makes total sense. It keeps the cost way, way down, and they get that perfect, customized hit every time.
But they'll also keep a simple disposable stashed in their car or in their bag. It's the perfect backup plan for when your main device runs out of battery, or for those times when carrying a bottle of liquid is just a pain. You see, you get all the cost savings of a refillable with all the convenience of a disposable. It's literally the best of both worlds.
So, no matter which path you go down, disposable, refillable, or that smart hybrid approach, here are a few quick tips to make sure you're getting the best possible taste out of that Triple Mango. Okay, these are simple, but trust me, they make a massive difference. First, heat is the enemy of good flavor. Don't leave your vape sitting in a hot car. Second, if you're using a refillable, please change your coil when the flavor starts to taste a bit funky. A fresh coil means fresh flavor. And finally, and this one is probably the most important, don't chain vape. Just pause for a few seconds between puffs. It lets the liquid soak back into the coil, and it's the number one way to avoid that disgusting, flavor-killing burnt hit. At the end of the day, there's no single right way to do it. It's not really a battle of disposable versus refillable. The real takeaway here is that different situations call for different solutions, and the smartest thing you can do is give yourself options that fit your lifestyle. So, after all that, here's the final question for you. Now that you've seen the options, the trade-offs, and the pro strategies, what's your next move going to be? Are you going to go for the pure convenience of a disposable, the long-term savings of a refillable, or are you going to play it smart and get the best of both?